Hey, what's happening, everybody? This is Tawan from Money Travel Grow. Um, I am in Monterrey, Mexico, and I'm shooting a video here in Parque Pandora. I think that's how you say it, but if it's not, please forgive me and correct me. So I wanted to shoot this video today because I want to talk about something that has been on my mind for quite a while now. And what it is talking about the hustle culture that we have that tends to really be a prevailing thing, especially on social media and the internet. And what I mean by hustle culture, I'm talking about this idea that you gotta grind, you gotta hustle, you gotta get what you gotta get. Listen, I get it. Everybody wants to make more money in this world. Everybody does. No one is rich enough, because if that was the case, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, all these guys would just stop and say, you know what, we don't want to be trillionaires, or we don't want to be multi-billionaires every year. But that's not how it works. There's a good thing about the hustle culture in that it gets you going, it gets you motivated, it gets you achieving things that maybe you couldn't achieve in the beginning. However, there's another side to it, and that's the side I really want to talk about today, and that is this lack of work-life balance. This idea that, you know, you could run into some mental health issues. You see, everybody on the internet wants to look a certain way, want to perceive themselves a certain way. Rich, famous, all that stuff, that they really matter to the world. Well, the truth is, very few people ascend to heights where they're really noticed by many. Very few people have that opportunity to do that. However, that doesn't mean that, you know, you don't matter. It doesn't mean that you don't affect change. We have to understand one thing about the time that we're living in now. There was never a time in history where you could have your own platform and have people from other countries hear your message and have an opportunity to get to know you, and genuinely you have an opportunity to make money just by way of posting a few videos on the internet. That's never existed in the history of humankind. And so we're at a point now that you can certainly make enough money and live comfortably by doing a side hustle, or at least being in the space of, you know, making money on the internet. And I think that's a wonderful thing. But I think it could be very detrimental if you're always comparing yourself to other people, if you're always trying to hustle your way to the top. One thing you have to understand about when you get to the top, whatever it is, yes, it takes hard work. Yes, it takes having the right idea or establish yourself apart from your peers or the people in your industry. But the other thing that it takes getting permission from the people who are at the top, who are in a particular circle. You see, if everybody could be a millionaire, then everyone would be a millionaire. But on the other side of it is, if everyone was a millionaire or a billionaire, now what would it really mean? What would it really mean? And so, as comparing it to sort of an entrepreneur pursuit, yes, have a side hustle. You know, take advantage of the tax credits and the tax savings that you get by being a business owner. But never forget that you are here for a purpose on this planet. I don't know what that purpose is. You have to figure that out. I think that's why we're here. But also, too, just because your side hustle or your grind isn't going the way that you want it to, doesn't mean that you're not going to eventually make it happen. It just may not look the way that you envision it to look. You know, when I first started as a speaker, I did have goals to make 100K every year and then some. But one thing I realized, one thing that took the pressure off for me was, I said, if I'm so lucky enough to make enough money to support myself doing something I love, then that's really what it's about at the end of the day. Now, on this channel, I talk about digital marketing and traveling and things like that. But, you know, the big thing is enjoying your life, because we only get one and we don't know when it may come to an end. So with digital marketing, this is just a vehicle to get you where you're trying to basically get to. Nothing more, nothing less. Some of you will go on to make a career out of this. Some of you will go on to start your own agencies and make lots of money. But at what cost? So if something is causing you your mental health and your well-being and your state of mind, most important, because your state of mind is what gets you places, then maybe you have to reevaluate. For some of you, you may think it's totally worth it because you don't want to be broke, or you don't want to be, you know, not known. I don't know. But for me, it's very important that I keep my mental health intact, especially in times like this. We're living in an unprecedented time right now where, you know, no matter how much money you make, it may not even matter moving forward. You understand? With the supply chain being what it is, you may not be able to get some of the things that you're used to getting because they just may not have it. It may not even be about the price. It may just be about you just don't have access to it anymore. Who knows? I don't know, you know, I can't predict the future, but what I do know is, like I said in one of my previous videos, it's very important before you jump out there and try to become an entrepreneur is to skill up first. Get good at the craft and then go forward. Is it possible to do both at the same time? Yes. But with anything else, you have to have something to offer the people who you're trying to get to buy your product, your idea, or your service. So in the case of digital marketing, one of the best ways to make that happen is to get some job experience first. Learn the craft, learn what to do, because I think you from an integrity standpoint, you should feel pretty awful if you bring in a client and you can't get your client what they're looking for because you don't know enough about it yourself, or you have to outsource the work because you really don't know how to do it yourself. So I would advise against that. Learn the craft first, get yourself a job, stabilize yourself. Now obviously this is coming from the guy who sells courses, who has a coaching program. Okay, you got me. But I think with anything in life, you just want to get good at something first and then start charging money for it, just from an integrity standpoint. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up because I've gone, you know, too long, and I really want to see this park, walk around this park a little bit more before it gets too hot out here, because Monterey gets very hot. I was out yesterday, it was like 95 degrees. I couldn't do it, y'all. I had to go back in the house and chill out until the sun started going down a bit. So I'll probably shoot another video here in a little bit, but in the meantime, as always, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Also, my coaching program prices will be increasing June 1 of this year, 2022. So if you are interested in working with me, please jump on it now so you can get the current price rate. Because like I said, come June 1, I will no longer be offering that price. So with all that being said, y'all have a good day, y'all take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.